Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingraham Angle from Washington tonight. Racists, liars, and haters. That's the focus of tonight's angle. All right, this is such a great story because it reveals everything about the left. We suspected, we knew, but it just confirms it all. The Southern Poverty Law Center is very proud of its so-called interactive hate map. Look at this thing. Look at it. Look at this. Okay, gosh, that's scary. America looks like it's overrun by racists. White-robed Klansmen hiding under every bed. Grand wizards everywhere. What are you going to do? Of course, the SPLC wasn't interested ever in the truth. It was setting malicious narratives riddled with lies. The central lie being that America is intrinsically racist and that various influential conservatives were white supremacists. Now, just 4 months before Charlie Kirk was assassinated, he appeared with me on The Angle to talk about the SPLC's slanderous attacks against TPUSA.
They're literally putting high school chapters of ours on a hate group next to the KKK and next to neo-Nazi groups. And I mean, we can laugh this off. There's an element to this. Remember that there was a shooter that went to the Family Research Council years ago, inspired by the SPLC list. This is them trying to make us basically surrender at Turning Point USA. They cannot have dialogue. Instead, they must smear us with the age-old one-liner that you are a racist or that you are a hater.
First of all, I cry when I see that, and then I get mad again. Of course, Charlie was right. The SPLC is not interested in dialogue, and their leadership is everything they claim America is, racist and hateful. In fact, they hate America so much, they were allegedly willing to stoke racism by funding it. And SPLC's payroll, it ballooned as they raked in tens of millions of dollars in donations by hyping the hate. The goal was to intimidate and silence conservatives, to divide the country, but very important, to set a storyline, which, as was in fact dutifully repeated by the most prominent figures in American life.
America has a long history of systemic racism.
The systemic racism is a stain on our nation's soul.
Centuries of systemic racism.
That's systemic racism with the mask. You know what's most disturbing here? They all know they're lying. Imagine if we didn't have the Trump DOJ, though, to expose this.
They used their donor network to raise money to purportedly dismantle violent extremist groups.
The SPLC was not dismantling these groups. It was instead manufacturing the extremism it purports to oppose by paying sources to stoke racial hatred.
Yeah, allegedly to the tune of $3 million. Well, the DOJ says this money went to people affiliated with groups like the KKK and the National Socialist Movement, and then a lot more. Now, this idea that we haven't made much progress, by the way, on race since segregation is fatuous. We do not live in that world anymore. And most Americans today who are living never lived in that world. Now, of course, you can travel somewhere in the country and find examples of people saying racist things. You can see it online, just like you can find individuals engaged in other vices. But if the charges here are proven, the SPLC was effectively fueling racism, not fighting it. The SPLC was like a hospital that spread a disease so it could then sell its cure. It was an abuse of public trust that should shut this organization down for good. It was probably one of the worst abuses of a nonprofit in our history. But who will do all their important work, Laura? This is what liberals are screaming. I say, what work? Dozens of groups were smeared, such as the conservative group Moms for America.
They listed us as a hate group on their hate list, and it's been consistent for the last 5 years. We've been deplatformed from social media. We've been denied services from everything from insurance to, payment platforms, even Vimeo for video storage. And every single one of them have identified the reason as us being on the Southern Poverty Law Center, saying they won't work with hate groups.
Sounds like a conspiracy to me, but, countless other individuals like yours truly were treated in their Hate Watch, featured in their Hate Watch series, the right-wing radio high priestess of hate. Then 11 years later, they were still after me for having the nerve to point out that the country's irrefutable demographic change has happened because of mass migration, something none of us ever voted for and most of us don't like. That's a good line. Then 4 years later, the SPLC was really laughable in its comments, a parody of itself, in fact, when it claimed my concern about kids being groomed was akin to Himmler and the Gestapo. Again, the lies were nonstop. This is what they do. But it didn't stop any of us. The nonstop lies made us stronger. The racism lie was obvious, though, when Trump's movement didn't lead to fewer minorities voting for Republicans, but to more minorities voting for Republicans. Now, minorities have more opportunities to succeed today than they ever have. And the entire dynamic is actually flipping, because ditching DEI means that everyone competes on a level playing field. Now, if only the hard left would be kicked out of our public schools, which fail our poorest students, no matter how big their budget. And what the SPLC example does prove as well is that the left does not want racial healing in America. They don't want it. Because when they see white and black Americans working together to build a prosperous, successful country, it frankly enrages them. They like unrest. It's their natural state. They secretly love Charlottesville, and they helped fund one of the main organizers. They were energized by January 6th, which we still don't know the whole truth about. So this indictment should only be the beginning. There needs to be accountability across the board. The fraud perpetrated against Trump with Crossfire Hurricane, the asylum fraud, which is rampant, the NGO fraud, the hospice and Medicare fraud, the fraud at our universities that take federal money, admit foreign students, and then fund anti-Americanism on campus. But the Trump administration is doing more to root this out than any administration in our lifetime. It's time to shut down their big lies by calling out the real haters and punishing the real fraudsters. So if the facts of this SPLC indictment are credible, justice dictates that individual officers who directed or concealed these schemes must also be charged. We're waiting. And that's The Angle.
All right, thanks for watching. Check out my new podcast, Hanging Out with me, Sean Hannity. The big interviews, the debates you won't get anywhere else. Like and subscribe for new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday.